Every single month, $500 quietly disappears. Not in one big purchase, not in one obvious mistake, in small habits. Habits so normal they feel invisible. And today, I'm going to show you exactly which habits are stealing your retirement and what to do about it starting right now. Here's what most people get wrong about money. They think the big financial decisions are what matter most: the house, the car, the investment. But the truth is, it's the small, repeated decisions, the ones you make every day without thinking. Those are the ones that determine whether you retire comfortably or work 10 years longer than you planned. $10 here, $15 there, a subscription you forgot about, a daily purchase that feels harmless. None of it feels like a problem in the moment, but those small amounts, repeated every day, every week, every month, add up to something that should make you stop and pay very close attention. Today, we are going to do the math. We are going to look at the actual habits, the real numbers, and understand exactly what they cost. Not just this month, not just this year, but what they cost you over the course of your working life. Because once you see the full picture, you will never look at your daily habits the same way again. Habit number 1. Subscriptions you forgot about. This one is almost embarrassing when you actually look at it. The average person has between 8 and 12 active subscriptions at any given time. Streaming services, apps, memberships, free trials that became paid plans. Most people have no idea how many they're paying for because each one feels too small to notice. Let's do the math. 3 subscriptions at $12 each per month. That's $36 per month. That's $432 per year for services you may barely use. And that's just 3. Most people have far more. The reason this works against you is the same reason it works for the companies charging you. Small enough to ignore, consistent enough to drain you, month after month after month. Habit number 2, the daily spending trap. This is not just about coffee, though coffee is part of it. It's about every small daily purchase that feels like nothing in the moment. The $7 drink, the $12 lunch upgrade, the $5 impulse buy at checkout. Each one feels completely harmless. Each one disappears from your memory by the end of the day, but they don't disappear from your bank account. Habit number 3, impulse spending. This is the purchase you make because it was on sale, because you were bored, because it showed up in an ad at exactly the right moment. Studies show the average person makes 3 to 5 unplanned purchases every week. Small amounts, forgotten quickly, but never actually dawn. They compound, they accumulate, and they add up to something significant. The numbers are hard to argue with. The average person spends over $500 every single month on habits they could change. Not on necessities, not on experiences they deeply value, on habits. Automatic, unconsidered, repeated. $500 a month that never gets questioned because each individual piece feels too small to question. And here is the real problem. That $500 is not just $500. Every dollar you spend on an unconsidered habit is a dollar that will never compound, a dollar that will never grow, a dollar that your future self will never have access to. You are not just spending money. You are spending time. Specifically, you are spending years of your retirement. Here is the math that changes everything. $500 per month, invested at a 7% annual return over 30 years, becomes $566,000. That is the actual value of your daily habits, not $500 a month, over $500,000, sitting on the other side of a decision you make every single day without realizing it. The habits you don't track are the ones that track your money. This is the core of the problem. When you don't measure something, it controls you. The subscriptions you forget about continue charging. The daily purchases continue adding up. The impulse buys continue accumulating. Not because you chose this outcome, because you never chose to look at it closely enough to choose differently. Let's add it all together. Forgotten subscriptions, daily spending, impulse purchases. For the average person, this adds up to $500 or more every single month, $6,000 per year, $60,000 per decade. Money that was earned, money that was worked for, quietly redirected away from your future, one small habit at a time. And here is what that really costs you. If you started investing $500 a month at age 30 instead of spending it on habits, you could retire at 60 with over $500,000 saved. If you wait until 40 to start, you retire with less than half of that. That 10-year difference, that is what your habits are actually costing you, not the price of a coffee. 10 years of your life. So why does this keep happening? Because habits feel normal. The subscription feels normal, the daily coffee feels normal, the impulse buy feels normal. And when something feels normal, we stop questioning it, we stop seeing it, we stop understanding what it actually costs us. Normal doesn't mean harmless, it just means we stopped paying attention. There are 3 steps you can take starting today to take back your $500. None of them require a dramatic lifestyle change. None of them require sacrifice or suffering. They require awareness. They require a decision. And they require you to put your future self first, just once, before the habits get to the money first. Step 1. Audit your subscriptions right now. Open your bank statement, find every recurring charge, write them all down. Then ask yourself, when did I last use this? If the answer is more than 30 days ago, cancel it today. Not this weekend, today. Because the longer you wait, the more months it quietly charges you for nothing. Step 2. Track every purchase for the next 30 days. Not to judge yourself, not to restrict yourself, just to see. Write down every single purchase, every coffee, every subscription, every impulse buy. At the end of 30 days, look at the total. The patterns will be clear. The numbers will speak for themselves. Awareness is the beginning of every financial change. Step 3. Automate your investing before your habits get to the money. Set up an automatic transfer on payday before you see the money, before the habits have a chance to spend it. Pay your future self first, even $50, even $100. The amount matters less than the habit of doing it automatically, every single month without exception. Here is the comparison that makes this real. 2 people, same income. One spends $500 a month on habits. One invests it. At age 60, one has a comfortable retirement. One is still working. The difference between those 2 lives is not intelligence, not luck, not income. It is one repeated daily decision, made automatically, without thinking, for decades. Your habits are always working. Every single day, they are either building your future or draining it. There is no neutral ground. The subscriptions you keep are working against you. The daily purchases you don't track are working against you. But the moment you redirect that money, those same habits start working for you. Same amount, completely different outcome. The simple truth is this. Small habits have massive consequences, not because any single one is catastrophic, but because they repeat, they compound, they accumulate over years and decades into outcomes that feel inevitable, but were actually chosen. You chose them without knowing you were choosing them. Now you know. Now you can choose differently. Audit your habits today. Open your bank statement, find the subscriptions, track the spending, automate the investing. Small actions, taken once, that repeat automatically for the rest of your working life. Because every dollar you redirect to your future is a dollar that compounds,
And that is how 10 years of retirement gets added back, one small decision at a time.